What's up, all y'all? This is Matt and James talking about tap water today on the podcast. We've been doing a little research and a little bit of chit-chatting at the house and wanted to bring it into a little studio situation where we're going to talk about tap water and specifically and the possible things inside tap water. So thanks for tuning in and we'll dive right into it. James, what's up? You've been doing a little research. I've been seeing you on the computer. This is our home office right here. We live together and we're going to talk about tap water now. So, you've been researching tap water. We don't have a Brita, but we do have two amazing reverse osmosis Biosera water from the water store that we always drink. We try not to do tap water. So, what's up with tap water?
Well, tap water, we have it everywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's provided by the city.
It's true.
And there's some things put in there that are supposed to benefit us.
Mm-hmm.
And my research has really led me to question if these components that they add, specifically fluoride and chlorine.
Fluoride and chlorine. Sorry to interrupt, but we're going to cut to a scene where we bought a filter and put on our shower so that it catches the fluoride and chlorine. Well, 90% chlorine and 20% of the fluoride coming out of the shower water so that our skin doesn't soaking up all that stuff. So we're going to show you us installing it and then we'll go right back to the podcast. Thanks for watching, y'all. This is the filter. James is taking off the shower head. That's step one. Got the plumber's tape on there. Now we're putting on the filter. And it's red because we got a heat lamp in here. Because we like it red. It's color love. Got the whole thing on now. Got our nice, mostly nice, high speed water shower. Then there's the filter, and then it's going straight to our water pipes. So this filter kind of just sits right in between your head nozzle and the pipes. So just that little filter makes a big difference. All right, let's see it.
2 minutes. There's other ones that are unintentionally in there, such as pharmaceuticals, which is kind of scary. We don't know, like what kind of cocktail we're getting from
very true.
people peeing out their pharmaceuticals.
Ooh, yummy, yeah.
Goes back into our water.
Mm-hmm.
So, specifically, fluoride and chlorine.
Mm-hmm.
Do the risks outweigh the benefits?
That's a good question. So I guess what are the risks of fluoride and chlorine? Like in our tap water.
Should we go over the benefits first?
Let's go over the benefits. I like the good news first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the benefit of chlorine, just like have you ever used bleach?
I try super hard not to.
Have you been in an environment where
yes, and it immediately hurts my head. I get an instant headache. Doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot.
Okay. So, have you ever gotten it on your skin?
Honestly, I don't know. Does it burn?
Yeah, it burns.
Okay.
And then, have you gone in a pool?
Yes, burns my eyes when I open it. I know that.
So you got some irritation on your eyes.
Yes, and dry skin afterwards. If you don't shower, that chlorine off, it's so intense. Almost like a rash. I get so dry.
Yeah. So, chlorine is the main ingredient in bleach.
Ah!
So
no, I didn't know that.
It's actually...
It's like the number one, the first?
It's a main ingredient. I don't know about first, but I don't use it either. I have been around it, and I get a reaction. My body is kind of like, stay away from that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, maybe I can just talk a little bit about what I've learned, why they put it in the late 1800s. Is because they had some waterborne illnesses, such as cholera, dysentery, and what was the other one? I have my notes here because...
What's the typhoid?
Typhoid fever, yeah.
Typhoid fever.
Those all sound pretty intense.
Yeah, very.
So they learned that this is a disinfectant. So
okay, so chlorine kills the bacteria.
Yeah.
Okay. For typhoid and that.
So that's pretty beneficial.
Well, that's good because we're not getting typhoid and cholera over here in the United States.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
I know of. Yeah.
But there are risks because, as you know, the bleach and chlorine, so it kills bacteria. But one thing that we need good bacteria because it builds our immune systems. So every time we are exposed to chlorine, it kills all bacteria, good bacteria, bad bacteria. It sterilizes.
Okay, good and the bad.
So if every time we drink chlorine or we jump into the pool, we're absorbing it and it's killing our good gut bacteria, which helps us digest and build our immune system. So that's going to increase our susceptibility to viral diseases and respiratory diseases. And it's just going to hinder our body's ability to fight sickness or illness.
For sure.
And as you know right now, that's the last thing we need.
Yeah, no, we need all we can get.
Yeah, we need to boost our...
boost our immunity.
Yeah. So that's a danger that I found. And there's some other ones that, let me find my notes because, let's see, so chlorine.
And so we're still on chlorine and the possible effects of chlorine. I mean, I don't know about you, but I definitely have to shower after a pool jump because
they also used it because it
burns.
Cheap. It's a really cheap way to make sure that there's not these diseases in there. Cheap. So cheap chemical.
That's always good. Sometimes you can see the pool boys or girls just dumping chlorine.
So once the chlorine gets inside of your body, it has a depleting effect, and it shifts our body, or it depletes us of oxygen in certain ways, and then it also makes our body go more in the direction of the acidic pH.
Oh, okay.
And that can lead to infections or, lowered immune system.
No.
Allergies.
No.
There's byproducts from the chlorine that, such as one called THM, which the most common form of that is chloroform. You've heard of that?
Oh, yes.
It's kind of intense.
You put on a rag or on a movie.
Yeah. That's the only time I've heard of it, but if that's a byproduct of chlorine, we don't want to be drinking that, I'm thinking.
No. So this is in our tap water. Chlorine's in our tap water. Do you know how much?
I don't know. Yeah, we could always get it tested or call the municipal water supply.
See how much, but we know it's in there, disinfecting it at the plant before
different levels. It's definitely not like a one-size-fits-all. Different places have different levels.
In different cities, we'll use different amounts. Okay.
But essentially, the byproduct is a known carcinogen, which means cancer-causing agent, and it specifically is dangerous for our liver, kidney, colon, some certain forms of bladder cancer, diabetes, kidney stones, and heart attacks.
Oh, goodness. So that is not a nice list of things.
It can cause and worsen respiratory problems such as asthma and pneumonia.
Okay.
It can mess with our enzyme production, so digestion.
Whoa.
Weaken our immune system, cause magnesium deficiencies.
Whoa.
High blood pressure, migraine headaches. It decreases our absorption of calcium, which our bones need, and increases its excretion. So chlorine is making us have a calcium deficiency because we're pushing out the calcium and not absorbing the calcium when we're eating it.
Okay.
So other than that, I have more.
Yeah, well, basically the positive effects are it's killing these typhoid and cholera, but the possible negative effects are it seems to be a long laundry list of possible negative effects. Now let's move to fluoride. Fluoride is, we all know it's in toothpaste, and the dentist gives it to us, and it's in tap water. And so why is it, what are the positive effects first of fluoride?
We're told that fluoride helps prevent against cavities and also tooth decay.
Okay, yeah, cavity, tooth decay. That's why the dentists use fluoride when we're getting cleanings, our yearly or 6-month cleanings.
I used to have this specific...
Oh yeah, so did I. Not anymore,
but... Crest.
You know the Crest white toothpaste? It's white or blue. We've
I'll
all
read
used
you,
it.
The active ingredient is sodium fluoride. And there's a warning on here that says, if more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away.
So if you use more than a pea size
and swallow it,
this crest, and swallow it, you're supposed to contact poison control.
It's supposed to be a topical use, you know, when you get it at the dentist. It's a pharmaceutical grade. It's on your teeth externally. Some gets absorbed, but it's not swallowed.
Okay, yes, and we're supposed to spit it out. We rinse and spit. How much is getting down our throats or staying in our mouth? Probably some.
So there's maybe some benefits there.
Okay, so maybe it's like not decaying our tooth, or it's helping us prevent cavities. But what are the negative or possible negative effects?
What I've learned is that fluoride is a toxic byproduct of aluminum, like the aluminum industry.
Yeah.
And normally they have to pay to get rid of that somewhere because they don't want to just dump it in the environment. You can't really do that.
No.
But instead the cities are paying for this. And it's not even pharmaceutical grade. You know, it's an industrial waste or byproduct. And so if that's where it comes from, I'm already a little sketched out. But
yeah, and aluminum is known to possibly enhance Alzheimer's. And if anybody out there tries to find aluminum-free deodorant like me, I got to go to the health food store and pay a little bit extra, but I then can get aluminum-free Tom's deodorant or Everyman Jack are the two brands I use. So I try to shoot for aluminum-free, but there's aluminum in fluoride. There is. It's like traces, or
they're both heavy metals, and when they're absorbed by our brain, it can lead to dementia and Alzheimer's.
Okay.
From the research.
Yeah,
I've heard that. Feel free to fact check any of this and do your own research.
Please do.
Don't believe me just because I'm saying it. I may have research that is different than other people's research, so I'm happy to always listen to the widest variety, most objective point of view. Because
definitely. And this stuff is really interesting to me because my mom, growing up, was always super sustainably driven, organic, and tried to buy health foods from the health food store. I was the kid in class in middle school with nuts and organic gummies, and I'm trying to trade my whole lunch for some Gushers. But I'm thankful now because she kind of trained me to, look out for some of these things that are possibly bad for us. So I guess I'm just saying that, this is kind of interesting to me because it kind of validates some things that I've heard, but also encourage other research too. So thanks for that little insight.
It's in so our water supply, drinking water in cities, just almost everywhere in the U.S., but around the world they've gotten rid of it in many places. So
really,
the issues that we have here in the U.S. are most significant in relation to the fluoride use. Maybe not a lot of people see that connection, but from my research of this possible negative effects such as cancer. Well, maybe I could go over first. Where is it? It's used in toothpastes, teeth supplements. It's used in certain pesticides, insecticides, fungicides. Ooh. So infant formulas. That one was kind of shocking.
What? That was not okay.
And let me see. It's absorbed into our pineal gland, which is responsible for producing the hormone melatonin, which
is a very important hormone.
Helps us sleep, and it's known as the master antioxidant. Cleans our brain of toxins as we sleep. It repairs our DNA overnight.
Yeah.
So pretty crucial and important. We want that running optimally.
And the fluoride that we could be drinking from the water or showering and letting it soak in our biggest organ, our skin, could be affecting the pineal gland, which is the center part of our brain.
From my research, it goes there. It's almost like that's a magnet to the heavy metals, specifically fluoride. And it causes it to calcify and not work efficiently. And also the pineal gland is known to help us with intuition. So we can have better discernment when we're reading something, listening to someone tell us something, and trying to see, is that true? What does my gut tell me about that?
Yeah.
So there's that, and then fluoride is also absorbed into our teeth, of course, and our bones, anywhere where there's calcium. And there's a couple things that might have possibilities is you can get dental fluorosis or skeletal fluorosis.
Whoa.
And those are basically where it absorbs into your body. It can lead to arthritis, joint pain, which I was experiencing. Hastened onset of gray hair, which I was for sure experiencing, as well as hair loss in the city. And we try to wrap it up.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. We got 40 seconds left. We're definitely going to be doing more podcasts on some things we're passionate about. So if you want to wrap it up at all.
So I guess the negative effects with fluoride, if I can wrap it up, is reduced mental capacity. Harvard did a study showing that it significantly lowered IQ in children. Negative effects on our hormones. Possible reproductive issues.
Y'all, think about possibly getting a filter or reducing your tap water. I'll see you on the next podcast. Well, thank you so much for watching that whole video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and you'll be getting all sorts of goodies that I'll be putting out there. Podcasts, business tips and tricks, how to sell on eBay, all sorts of cool stuff that I'm trying to post on YouTube to provide valuable content to all you. So, if you're listening to this and you watch the whole video, I appreciate you, and you could appreciate me by subscribing, maybe liking a couple of things, and keeping it real on this social media world. Peace out, y'all.